Welcome back everyone to another tutorial. This is the Covenant Locust in 1:1 scale, so basically player size. And this is the first time I've made one of these since 2019, which was at the very start of the kind of revived Halo series that I started doing on the channel. It's the fourth overall version of the Locust I've made, and this is without a doubt the smallest. It's pretty much 9 blocks long. I think it's about 11 wide, something like that. So really, really small. You can see how it scales here with other things. I think in the game of Halo Wars, it feels quite a bit larger than this. But yeah, this is the size it's listed at. So it's somewhere between the Wraith and the Covenant Shadow there. So not much to say about this. There is no room inside for an interior just because of how narrow this head section is. I will be making this in double scale as well, so that we can have it alongside the double scale Banished Locust. And then kind of on the other end of things, I'll do a 1:1 Banished Locust at some point as well. Sort of similar size to this. But yeah, not much else to say about it really. We can probably do all this in one take, I think. It's not too major. You may notice I've been doing sort of a cycle recently of the Halo stuff, where I've been doing sort of UNSC Banished, UNSC then Covenant then Banished, and then UNSC Covenant Banished, which I'm going to try and keep going. So it should be about Banished thing next time, maybe the Halo Wars 2 Wraith, but we'll see. But yeah, that's all I have to say about it really. We're just going to crack on with the build. Onto that. Let's go. Alright, so starting off the build, we're going to begin with the Blue Terracotta, Cyan Terracotta as well, Crimson Stairs and Slab, Polished Deep Slate Slab, Nether Brick Wall, the Purple Stained Glass Pane, the Hopper. And then for the kind of marking out for where the feet are going to go, we're going to use a temporary block, and I'm just using a sponge here. So green line's going to be the front of the build, red line's going to be the back. Just bear that in mind when we're building so that you don't build in the wrong direction. The legs are asymmetrical back to front, so the back ones are a little bit thicker. So don't accidentally build the back legs at the front and vice versa. But yeah, we're just going to start with these temporary blocks and just find yourself a nice working area like this. And you're going to do some blocks in width here. I'm going to start down the center line and do one on the left and right, but split by one like that. And then again, and again. Remember, this is in terms of width. But you should end up with this. Okay. So with the hopper, we're just going to put one in there and in that gap as well. And that should be 11 in width, 13 if you count the end sponges. You don't really need to do the end sponge, but just felt right having it kind of in between the two, just so you know exactly where it needs to go. But yeah, like that. And then towards the back end, just do a, you can start from one of the legs, like one of the hoppers. You're just going to do 7, like that, and then hopper, and then again 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and hopper, like that. So that should be 9 in length and 11 in width. It should look like this. On the front legs, we're going to start with the Blue Terracotta, and I'm also going to switch out the sponge for the iron bars. But yeah, Blue Terracotta, and you can do that on the back legs as well. Taking the Purple Stained Glass Pane, we're going to put that just there and there and there and there on the front legs only. So like that. Red Nether Brick Wall in between, going inwards, and then Blue Terracotta on top, and then Purple Stained Glass Pane above the previous ones, and then iron bars above the Blue Terracotta from before, like that. Take the Crimson Stairs, put them here facing inwards, and there as well. This is going to be a Polished Deep Slate Slab top half, and you want it next to this Blue Terracotta here. On top of that, Crimson Slab. And then if we get this Cyan Terracotta, you're going to basically go next to this slab here. Should be in line with this Blue Terracotta, but again it's diagonal and inwards. And at this point you should be at 5 in width. So that's 1, and then 2, 3, 4, and then 5. If you're anything more or less than 5, you've made some mistake with the measuring. Just do another Polished Deep Slate Slab underneath the Cyan Terracotta. And then we move to the back legs now. With the Crimson Stairs, do one there upside down, and there as well. And then taking the stairs again, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, and 3. So you can see it's quite a bit thicker on the back one than it is on the front. Blue terracotta just there and there as well. And then this is a slab on top, crimson one. With the polished deep slate slab, you want that on the same level as this one here. So just there like that, just below this slab. And then blue terracotta on top of that. And again, diagonal and inwards, another cyan, and another cyan just here. And again, you should be at 5 in width there, and you should have 1 gap between the 2 cyans. Polished deep slate slab underneath those two, just to match what's here at the front. And I'm just going to switch a few of these out now, so we will need the dark oak sign. We will also need the crimson pressure plate. We will need the levers. And we will also need the crimson fence gates. So on top of all 4 of the cyan terracottas, put the crimson pressure plate. And then dark oak sign, you're going to do 1 there on the inside, there as well, and 1 on the back. And again, just like that. And you can throw that away now. With the crimson fence gate, you're just going to put that here and flip it. There as well, there as well, and there as well. And then with the levers, have these here and facing downwards like that. And again, just like so. And that pretty much finishes off the legs. You can get rid of these temporary blocks now if you like, but just for marking out those hopper points. So yeah, you should end up with this, which is basically the legs completed now. So we can move on to the main body. So for the main body, I am adding the dark oak trapdoor and the polished deep slate stairs. And you can keep pretty much everything else. I don't think we need the lever again, but yeah, whatever. Start over here with the front end, where the thinner legs are. And I'm just going to basically like do a slab just there. So sort of 1 block in front of the front leg joint. Then sort of at head height here as well. Behind that, dark oak trapdoor, and then I'm going to do a polished deep slate stairs like this, upside down, then a slab there, do another stair here and here, and then another one there and there like that. Do a crimson fence gate on the back, and then I'm going to add the warped fence gate. That's going to go on top of it. And then with the purple banners, you need a purple banner with a grey chief. It should look like this. You need 2 of those. Simply just a purple banner, put it in a loom, get the grey dye, and then it's a grey chief. So it's just above the top half of the banner. I'm going to put 1 on that side, 1 on that side, and then also a polished deep slate slab on top. Crimson stairs facing that way. And then this is going to be a cyan terracotta here. We will need the, let's see, the polished deep slate wall and also the iron bars back again. The wall goes 1, 2, and 3 like that. Then iron bars on these 2. Just to round off the front where the front of the body is. Another polished deep slate slab goes on top of the cyan. Another one there, and then crimson slab in these 2 gaps. Cyan terracotta here. Above it, another cyan. In front of it, another cyan. And then just diagonal upwards here, and do another one. Followed by a top half polished deep slate slab. So it should look like this so far. Get the iron bars, we can do these and finish these off now. It's going to be 1 just there, and another one just here. You can throw those away. Get the purple stained glass and the blue terracotta. We're going to do blue 1, 2, 3, and then the glass 1, 2, 3, like that. Doesn't look like much yet, but we'll get there. Don't worry. Now I use a few skeleton skulls on this just to add a little bit of extra detail. So I put one just in here, which I cannot get, but that's going to be awkward. I'm going to just knock that out for a second. But yeah, one just in that gap to kind of round off this sort of shoulder blade area. Replace that. And I've got another one just here in kind of like a 45-degree angle, just to again round off that body. These are not kind of compulsory to the build. You can leave those off if you wish. So you could throw that away now. Get the crimson slab, just one on the bottom of that block there. I'm going to bring in the crimson trapdoor, and that's one on the front. Crimson stairs, another trapdoor there. And just before I forget, there are some warped buttons in this gap here just to add a little bit of light detail. So 1 and 2. Again, throw those away. Daylight detector, just one of these to help taper this up, but that goes there and you can turn that on. Another crimson slab. Okay, and then we want the crimson stairs. In fact, no, sorry, it's another slab. Just goes there, and then the stair goes here like that. We get the crimson sign, just goes there next to the second slab, and helps taper that up again. Crimson fence gate, 1 and 2. And also just a crimson trapdoor on the underside of that to finish that off. And I believe that's it actually. Very simple and easy build, which is always nice to see. And helping us prepare for the next kind of walker that's coming for the Covenant, which you can kind of see over there. Which is very exciting, but also very daunting. I'm going to put the shaders on now just so you can see how this looks in a different lighting, but otherwise we are done with the build. So here is how it looks in a different lighting. This particular shader pack does kind of make glass panes a little bit darker, but yeah, not every shader is going to be like that. But yeah, that is the Locust. You can see here how it kind of scales to the player. If that was visible, that would help. But yeah, you can see how it would scale to a Spartan. So there we go. Thank you for watching, and I will see you all in the next video. Have a great day, and goodbye.